All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's going to be a wonderful session because everything's fine.
Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's fine.
Nothing's
Nothing's
wrong.
fine.
But what the fuck happened last time?
A lot of
Nothing.
people died.
You were almost
Um,
one of them.
Multiple times.
so I definitely didn't write anything down as we were actually fighting stuff. But one of the first notes I do have is that I gave Scylla a crisis.
You did give Scylla a crisis.
So, which did happen while we were technically still in the moving around part, but whoops.
Which one?
Yvain's scythe is eating people. That's the only note I have,
Yeah, no,
besides my note for the scary drawing.
it was a perfectly peaceful time on a sinking island where one of our friends tried to kill us. It's fine.
While
Mhm.
ruining Scylla's childhood memories.
Yep.
So yeah,
Sorry, one of our friends did not try and kill us. One of our friends tried to kill Scylla.
yeah, Silas
Yeah,
was
it's
in
only
that. So, yes, uh, while you guys were on a day trip to the sunny Isle of
tricked
Palma,
into a day trip. Tricked into a day trip.
while you guys were on a completely voluntary day trip uh,
Mhm.
to the to a childhood memory of Scylla's at Palma Flora, the island seemed to suffer some sort of earthquake and began sinking into the waves at while simultaneously being attacked by strange humanoid fish people from below the waves. You all immediately leapt into action to try to help as much as you can, running around the island, trying to deal with the fish people and get as many people to safety as you could. Uh, in the process, you met up with a group of sailors on who manned a caravel, who offered to help you get off of the island once you were able to finish your business there. Um, while you were finishing your business there, trying to protect everyone, Yvain had an experience with a weapon that they picked up. Uh, make sure you have that updated now.
Oh, I do.
Yes, you do.
Some people call it an uh-oh moment.
um, where the weapon seemed to evolve in some way, and uh, the rage that you use in battle did not seem to fade. Your mind seemed clouded, and all you needed was to cut more people down. It got to the point where you turned your blade on one of your friends, on specifically Scylla. Scylla, in a moment of very quick thinking, turned you into a hamster. Uh, just shoop, turned you into a hamster, stuffed her in her pocket, and kept running towards the boat. Scylla and
Quick
Belle,
thinking, very frantic messages between me and Ben.
yeah,
One of those.
it was a clusterfuck to say the least. Um, but you all made it out alive. Scylla, incredibly traumatized, uh,
Mhm.
damaged,
What is she
and
not?
yeah, closer to death than she'd like to be. Uh, Belbin confused as usual,
Yeah, what's
um,
new?
and Yvain hazy, clutching this scythe, thinking of how safe you could keep all of the people that you love when looking up and seeing your friends and they look scared. More than that, they look scared of you. And you asked, "Oh no, what did I do?" And that is where we pick up. So, Scylla, you are currently standing with Bell pushed behind you with one hand, the other ungloved, outstretched towards Yvain, who is kind of sitting on the opposite end of the ship at this point. Yvain, you are slumped against the side, just like holding the scythe. You feel very feverish right now. Your bones are aching. You're sweating, but you're also very cold. You just were sick over the side of the boat. Bell, Scylla is currently standing between you and Yvain at this moment, and you are kind of pushed back towards the other side of the ship.
Did I hurt you?
You take my classes on to act. I think Scylla is just staring. That's all she's doing. Very like waiting if you're gonna make a sudden move or like very reactive defensive position. And she has a hold person held.
Oh, we lost
Oh
Bell.
shit.
No, not Belle. Where's my fucking phone? Where are you?
We could take a second. We could take a second. So, Yvain,
I have a really quick question, Meg.
shoot.
Would this scythe allow her to provide rationale for why she would need to keep it? Because if it's going to play on her insecurities, she's got a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The current thought process is you've struggled with controlling yourself. Okay, Ben. You've struggled with controlling yourself. And now you have something else powerful that you could potentially control. And one thing that scythe is doing is showing you pictures, showing you images in your mind of your loved ones cut down, bloodied and dead. And you know that, and it tells you that you could prevent this with the help of this weapon. And any other rationale that you feel like it needs to, it can use to get under your skin.
Okay.
Hi, Ben. Welcome back.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. My entire computer just went green and then turned off.
Green.
Oh,
Green?
no.
Yeah,
Huh.
we're good. We're good. We're back.
You had a green out.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
The green
good.
light of death.
Okay. Yes. Good. Sorry. So what the fuck's going on?
What happened? Did I hurt you? Did I hurt someone else?
Put your weapon down, Yvain. Now.
Can I try?
You can sheath it. You can put it on your back, you know.
That's what she does then. She'll put it on her back. I won't move. I won't do anything. I'll just sit here. So tell me what the fuck is going on. I just remember just the rush and then the ringing, and then I was gone.
Mac, do you remember specifically where Yvain had hit Scylla? Because she hit her once. I know she tried to hit me 3 times and I dodged twice, but I got hit
Yeah.
once.
It was. I want to say it was
Just
like
give me a dramatic body part.
Accuracy be damned. Just make it dramatic.
Yeah, right across the collarbone, just like
Okay.
like that, from shoulder to sternum.
Oh damn. Okay.
It's a shallow cut, but it's a long one.
And so Scylla's just like covered in blood right now.
It's leaking pretty bad, but it's like I said, it's
Okay.
a shallow cut.
You fucking freaked out, Yvain. And then she just pulls down the part of her shirt and just shows her a really long cut across her chest. If I hadn't have dodged, this was only one strike out of many.
I'm so sorry. Listen, I think it's just because I don't know how to control it yet. But I can, Scylla.
Control what?
It's like,
Do you realize how many people you just killed? Like brutally murdered. You almost decapitated a fisherman that had nothing to fucking do with this. There's no control over something like this. There is just murder and death. I should know, of all people.
You remember that part, Yvain?
Yeah, bits and pieces, yeah. Listen, I don't remember hurting you. I'm sorry that I did, but I think it's just because I went too far.
That's certainly a phrase you could use. Too far was a line in the sand about 30 feet back.
I need it, Scylla.
I feel like I'm talking to a fucking drug addict. About
I need it because every time we stop to look at a sunset or eat a pie or just breathe for more than 5 fucking seconds, the literal world starts to fall apart at our feet. And, you know, Bell didn't know how to use an arcane focus 2 months ago, but he can still bring people back from the brink of death and make fire rain from the sky. You are a terrifying force of nature, but you have precision and control. And me, I don't have control over anything. It's just anger and hate and shame and sorrow, and it just bursts out. It's unreliable, and it's volatile, and it's sometimes fucking useless. Like me. But this, taking hits and dishing them out, that I can do, that is reliable every time, and this thing makes me stronger. And I have to be stronger because if this is anything like the stories, things are just going to keep getting worse for us. And if I can't protect you, you're just going to die anyway.
Scylla and Bell, I would like you both to make insight checks for me, please.
11.
5.
Continue.
I'm going to try and walk around Scylla and go up to Yvain. I don't know if you're going to try and stop me or not.
Scylla, do you stop him?
I feel like she would try to stop you at first, but if you like continued to push, she would let you go by.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll walk past and I'll walk up to Yvain, who's sitting on the ground. Yvain, do you remember the conversation we had not that long ago about what each of us has and what each of us brings and all of that? Feels like
Yeah.
the tables are just flipped a little bit now. I'll reach into the bag of holding and I will pull out the ECW belt that I stole. And I'll just kind of like hold the thing that's my size in front of me and go, you know that this is the Yvain that just dishes out hits and takes them and is only good for, you know, beating the shit out of things, right?
Yeah.
That's not you anymore. I'll throw it over the side of the boat. You and I both know that there's a lot more to you than that. Stella knows that too. She's just, well, I mean, she's got a fucking fountain of blood coming out. Scylla, do you need me to like fix you real quick or something? Like,
I'm good for now.
Reminder: each of you has about like 15 health potions.
yeah.
We'll never use them back.
I get what you're saying, Belle, but we just had an island sink into the ocean
Right.
and shark people tried to kill us.
Sure.
That happens pretty much everywhere we go. So regardless of who I am now and what I'm doing, I have to protect you two.
Well, then who's going to fucking protect you? That's bullshit, Yvain.
Not wrong.
I tried to talk to you. I begged you not to try to hurt me, and you didn't hear any of it. You don't even remember any of it. So you thinking that you can control something like this is, it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid, Yvain.
I should try, shouldn't I?
No. You did not see you out there. You said it yourself that your rages are uncontrollable. That sometimes they help and sometimes they don't. So something that seems like it amplifies them and turns off your ears, you think is something you can control? You just said your rages that come from your own body are something you cannot control. This is backwards logic.
DM, can I try and give her the scythe?
You slowly reach back and pull it from where you have it stored. And a reminder, a terrifying thing to behold. 6 feet from base to blade. Handle of pitch black polished ebony that spikes out where branches and limbs used to be. The blade fashioned from a piece of what's the word I'm looking for? Perpetually glowing jade. That's been sharpened to a razor's edge. The handle itself is inscribed with infernal runes, or runes in a language that you don't understand. That kind of glow lightly when you use it.
Can I see the runes?
Yes, you can.
I do, in fact, speak from it.
You do. Well, then, you can see bits of this. You can see bits of what it says on it. And you can see bits of what it says, but Yvain, as you look at it, you holding it in your hands, it kind of shimmers and you can understand it. It's almost like you hear a voice in your head speaking this. Foolish adventurer, obedient thrall, or devoted follower. Whoever takes up this weapon as their own shall carry a heavy burden. Within this weapon is sealed a powerful evil. Feed it, and its power could be yours. But be warned, for power always comes at a price, and hunger never truly fades.
I didn't realize the scythe was hot, but okay.
Oh no, he's hot.
Read this. I've never been able to understand it before.
So Scylla, you can only like see pieces, like words and like a phrase or two as it like spirals around.
But I can tell that it's in Infernal.
Yes. If you can,
Okay.
if you speak Infernal, you can read it and write it as well.
I do.
All right, well then yeah.
So what you're saying is you couldn't read Infernal before? And we're not maybe picking that up as a red flag.
By the way, Yvain, you can now actually read, write, and understand Infernal. Just as a thing to add to your permanent, like, you know.
Okay. Is this the same voice? Would she remember if this was the same voice that she heard in her head saying, blood, give me blood?
Yes.
And she's hearing this voice right now.
Yes, kind of, more or less.
It's got a voice. It spoke to me when I was fighting. I remember that.
Scylla just like standing there dumbfounded, like just.
She's not in her right
Yes.
mind. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just making Scylla go crazy.
So I'll let you make one more insight check today if you want to.
Can I gag myself at this point?
Or tell you what. I'll let you make either an insight or a history check. Belle, you can do the same thing.
My
Insight
insight's
or
way
history.
better.
Does it matter that I don't speak Infernal?
Well, you've been listening to this.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
got a 13.
13. Belle?
I got a 14.
If we add it, it's a 27.
That's how that game works.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Man, Yvain's acting weird.
Let's be logical about this. This wasn't.
Sorry.
I just want to say it so that it doesn't seem like I'm metagaming. The reason Scylla's asking her to drop the scythe is strictly because she just hit her in the face with it and would like to not be attacked
know.
again.
This wasn't happening before. Why now? What was different? What was different? Does Yvain understand what was different?
From what you can understand, it felt like it was familiar to you, to a feeling you got when you were training, of just like when you were, you know, at a like you did some martial arts training with like, you know, one of those those like stick, like many stick things, where like the one of these things, and when you got it, it reminds you of that feeling when you got into your most flow state, where things were just flowing. You had momentum to the point where you knew that if you hit forward hard enough, you would completely shatter the wood of the structure. So like it's just when you're gaining momentum and you just become, a snowball that turns into an avalanche. That's what it felt
So
like.
has she picked up on the fact that the more she killed things, the worse it got?
A little bit. I mean, there's a hint of that. There's a hint of that. The more you got, the deeper you got into battle, the more you just seemed to flow with it, and it just got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. It was like swinging a flame, but instead of extinguishing it, it just gave it more oxygen and just.
I know what it felt like to me. It felt just the longer I went, the more it flowed, the more natural it felt, the better it felt. The stronger I got. What was it like for you? What did it seem like?
I mean, I just caught the end of it really, I think. I'm not entirely sure when it started, but the end of it just seemed kind of more on the unhinged and unfettered side of everything.
You were also crying, but you were smiling.
I didn't want to hurt you. I never would.
I was hoping you didn't want to, and then you did it anyway.
For the record, Scylla, no insight check necessary. That was the most honest thing you have ever heard Yvain say.
Well, she didn't want to hurt me? Yeah.
Yeah, that was this.
Don't let me fail another insight check.
Just no check necessary. Like when someone speaks something honestly, and when you know that person, you can tell.
I think at that point, it did not matter what you wanted. And I don't think that is something you can control. And you are not leaving this room until you give me that scythe.
Y'all aren't on the room. You guys are on the deck of a ship.
You're not leaving this boat. Oh yeah, they didn't downstairs. Even though I cried.
Ula,
Yvain,
please don't take this from me. It's the one thing I got going.
it's really not.
She's gonna move to put it in the bag of holding.
The second she moves, Scylla casts Hold Person.
Yvain, make a save. Because
What kind of save is that?
at this point, Belle is holding the bag of holding.
You know what kind of save it is, bitch.
Is it wisdom?
It's wisdom.
Well, you're
A
at disadvantage for
disadvantage.
everything right now. You're at disadvantage for everything right now because you have a point of exhaustion.
Okay, there's the first one. 2 12s.
Okay. As you lunge towards the bag on Belle's that Belle is holding, you just kind of and as you like lean forward, you kind of just topple over like a statue.
As quick as she can, Scylla tries to take the scythe out of her hands.
Okay. I mean, you are able to pry her fingers open and take it.
Cool, she throws it over the edge of the boat.
Okay.
Scylla, quick question. What happens when she is done with what you're doing and she just dies over the side of the boat?
I will keep casting until I cannot.
Okay, sounds good. The fuck did you just do?
Oh, I just held her for a second.
Yvain, make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Tight.
Disadvantage.
5.
Okay. So
I threw the ring into the lava.
you take 35 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit. Got it. That's fun. 35?
Yes.
Okay.
As blood spurts from your
Face.
nose and several old cuts, several old scars or scabbed over wounds burst open and begin bleeding anew.
Scylla?
As you are held here, blood begins to pool around you.
Yeah, I don't
The fuck do we do
I
with
don't
that?
have an answer for that. I'll cast. I only have healing word. Oh, she's about to be so mad if she doesn't just die right now. Yeah, I'll cast.
I mean, I'm gonna
Healing
stand here in
word.
shock holding the bag still. Like, the fuck is going on?
Oh
So it is
no,
currently
Mac actually just said the solution.
what?
We have 15 potions.
So I how long does hold person last? 60,
It's
60
they get to
seconds,
make a
right?
yeah, they get to make a check each 6 seconds, but
Oh, every 6 seconds?
yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. She fails all of them. So, as the spell fades a minute later, Yvain, you are in agony. Everything hurts. Your mind it's like someone's shrieking, standing right here, shrieking as loud as they can into your ears over and over and over again. You can't think straight. You can't, you can barely breathe. You need it back. You can't, but you can't even, you can barely move. It's like, it's, you are just on the ground.
She's screaming
Yeah.
at the top of her lungs. I'm not going to do that, but
Yeah,
she's
no.
screaming.
Screaming, twitching, and just kind of, yeah.
Scylla?
I'll give her one of my potions. I will force feed her one of my potions. Let's go with that.
Okay.
I'm assuming other people have started to watch what's happening.
There are a lot of people right now who are in currently in shock or are being tended to for very grievous wounds. You're not the only one screaming at the moment or covered in blood. It's
a great
Good point.
sentence. You're not the only one screaming.
you're not the only one covered in blood and screaming at the moment. So
Yvain, you get
people
27 hit points back.
People do take a look, but they aren't, you know. So what are you guys doing? Yvain is shrieking, bleeding on the deck.
Um,
I think I'm just watching over her to see if it's getting any actively worse than what it was, or if
yeah.
this was just like a.
I mean, I think I'll have dropped the bag and like actually gone up to her and like, and seeing if more scars are exploding or anything like that.
Over the next 5 minutes, it just keeps going. She doesn't stop, it doesn't let up. As 5 minutes pass, Yvain, you take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Scylla, Any ideas?
I have more potions.
Yvain? Yvain, can you hear me? Yvain? Um,
I would just like to say this proves it was not a good thing.
yeah,
Maybe I didn't deal
not
with
the
the
point we need
situation
to make
correctly.
right now. Not the point we need to make right now. Okay. Scythe was bad. Friend dying, I think. Can't tell. Um, I guess I'll try and like get a response out of her, basically, basically trying to see if she is responsive or if she's like full, torment, scream, contortion shit forever.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay.
Can I help him?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you
Well,
proficient in medicine, Scylla?
I rolled a
No,
nat 20
but he got
either
a
way,
20, so
so
it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, uh, she is un unresponsive, but to you, it's like she can't see you. It's
Mhm.
like yeah, she can't see you, she can't hear you. She is just in pain.
Okay.
As another 5 minutes go by, Yvain, you take 25 points of necrotic damage.
So I don't know if I can fix this one.
Have y'all been trying to heal me?
No,
Probably.
not.
I didn't use a spell yet. I've been
Okay.
using potions, but I have more potions.
Yvain is beginning to cough up blood. At this point.
Fuck, shit, fuck. Still, shit.
I'll give her
Hey,
another potion.
Okay.
I will, just kind of reach for it. It being that, amorphous thing that have no control over, really.
Mm-hmm.
18,
And
Yvain.
I will use my, I don't have any threes, so I will use my 4th level spell to cast Life Transference.
And what does this do?
So,
Velvet Elderberry, don't you dare.
He's gonna dare.
Yvain is, yep, screaming, writhing, all of that. And so I go, fuck, shit. And I start trying to do, basically any magic jujitsu that I could think of. And like this weird golden yellowish sort of light starts coming off my fingers like honey. And my eyes start to roll around in my head a little bit. And I go, fucking, I don't know. And I will jam my fingers kind of like into some of the scars that are on her body. And I will take 13 points of necrotic damage, and she will heal 26 points.
Damn, Belvin. Okay. How long does that take to do? What's the casting time on that?
Casting time is an action.
Okay, so it's 6. Okay, so that's pretty instantaneous. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the lead up of me going, I don't fucking know how this works.
As 5 minutes go by, she doesn't seem to get much worse. Yvain, you take 20 points of necrotic damage. If you guys at this point, you guys have gotten into a rhythm. It seems like it's getting less and less and less.
I'll give her another potion too.
Over the next
16 more even.
So let me see.
If we're going over increments of 5 minutes, I can give her all the potions that I have.
So
I'll just kind of sit like
next,
at her head with it in my lap, looking like dizzy and
over
a little
the next
drained.
20 minutes. Scylla, Yvain, you take 15, 10, and 5, so that's another 40 points of damage over the next 15 minutes.
I'll keep giving you potions to suck them off.
Okay. Belle, you can tell that as long as
12 points back?
if you guys are keeping up with these potions, she's
We are.
it's helping. It's slowing down at least. If you can keep up with the healing over the next 20 or
5
so
more,
minutes.
Yvain.
You just have to negate enough damage.
9. 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll like drip
10.
potion into her mouth.
Okay. So
7.
okay.
I'm still going.
Hey, go do your thing.
8. Tell me when I can stop.
You can. You could have stopped what
You can stop whenever
I'm
you
too
want.
good. She's not gonna die.
So over the next 20 minutes, you basically, just IV her health potions and whatever healing magics you can. And Yvain, the pain eventually, you pass out. You eventually just pass out from the pain. Dreamless, completely like loss of consciousness. Scylla, Yvain is completely lost consciousness, but
But she's
is
not
alive.
KO'd.
The blood has began to slow. She's breathing, and she's not screaming anymore. Her heart rate is beginning to stabilize. The blood has stopped coming out of places it shouldn't come out of.
Well, that was a lot. You're muted though.
So yeah, Yvain. Yeah, Erica, you can get rid of the scythe now.
Thank you.
You don't have that
We're
anymore.
about to have a fucking fight. Oh, I'm not looking forward to
Do I still speak infernal?
Yes,
Holy shit.
that sticks.
That shit is tattooed on your brain.
As are other things. What?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll just be sitting, with her head kind of in my lap, with my hands kind of like in her hair and on her shoulder, just like, so I don't know what the fuck. She's not going to be happy when she wakes up.
No, she's really not going to be. I
Hopefully
think
she
so.
won't be
Like
fucking screaming anymore, but
that would be ideal. I think Scylla like sits down and kind of like collapses next to Bell, like leans on his shoulder. Um. So what just fucking happened?
you're gonna need to roll that one back for me. Which part?
You're right. There's a lot to question there. Um. Oh god, I feel so bad. Oh my god, I I'm very conflicted because I was right, but I do feel very guilty for almost murdering our friend.
Yeah. Being right sucks sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's fine. Um,
She's gonna be really mad at me.
she's gonna be really mad. I mean, she's not gonna be particularly happy with anyone, but that's okay. Um, I
You
guess.
don't think she's gonna like go swimming for it, do you? It was in like the middle of the ocean.
Well, I don't fucking know. She's not, exploding anymore right now, presently. So that's a good start. I don't know.
This has been a very long day.
Yeah, a fucking island sank, Scylla. That typically makes a day pretty long, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
At this point, it is about sunset. The sun has began to set as you guys are like, it has been several hours now since you guys have boarded the ship, and it's been a full day. So, at this point, like a large, burly human man, kind of heavy set, handsome face, kind of a very well trimmed beard, dark, very curly hair, skin has been like incredibly. You can tell he was a darker skinned individual to begin with, but the years out in the sun has just baked him completely. He walks over and says, and hands you guys some blankets. Says, does your friend still need one? Kind of gesturing at Scylla's or Yvain's blood-covered body.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Okay. So he hands you 3 blankets. Find a place where you are comfortable above deck. And if any, does that one need any further medical attention?
No, she's fine.
I think we got it.
Well, then, yes, you all stay
Thank you.
above deck. We are going to figure out what is going to happen tomorrow. So I suggest you all get some rest.
Thank you.
Harry. Me stumps off.
I think Scylla like takes the blanket and just like super like burritos herself and sits against like the mast of the ship and just looks like she's gonna throw up. Like
Philip, fucking
the-
come
like the
here,
level-
you asshole. Come
she
here.
takes a little. Okay.
You guys
She still
all
looks like she's gonna throw
Fucking
up.
hell.
you guys all cuddle up in a bloody, tired, sweaty pile and try to get some sleep for the night.
I will stay awake for as long as possible. I know I can say I just don't go to sleep, but like
Yeah. You'll try
for
to
a
sleep.
while. Yeah, and just like watch what's going on and make sure that these two can like sleep.
Just keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will ultimately fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
but
Scylla, you pass out almost immediately. Just
I'm very hurt.
so tired.
I am very hurt.
Too tired.
She's like,
even,
wake me up for what? No, I don't know.
too tired even to dream at that point. It's just darkness.
Yeah, I think she falls asleep
Yvain.
like staring at Yvain.
Yvain, same for you. Belle, you try to keep your eyes open for as long as you can, watching over your 2 friends.
Yeah. Just kind of ruminate on the conversation that I had with Yvain before. Be like, someone's got to watch you. That's okay.
You fall asleep, just holding Yvain's head in your lap, just leaned back against the side of the ship. You all get a long rest.
Just what a bitch.
So take that, get your spell slots back. Hit dice if you spend them. Yvain, I believe with a full night's rest, you do lose that point of exhaustion. So
1 per long rest.
yeah. So
Oh, so she won't be exhausted to try to fucking kill me tomorrow.
so Scylla, you're the first up.
Oh yeah.
Seagulls are the call of seagulls is what wakes you. It's almost as you're kind of like you're wrapped up right now in your blanket, and you've kind of like at this point at some point in your sleep has kind of like turned so your face is just buried in a plump kind of pile of it, and you just hear the seagulls cawing, and you realize, oh, I'm awake now. I'm gonna keep my eyes closed for a little bit because this is just nice. You can feel the sun kind of warming one side of your face, and the seagulls cawing, and you realize it's kind of a familiar sound. Thinking back to the seagulls on Port Damali waking you up every morning. And that's when you remember where you are. And
then my eyes like jack open.
Yep. And you look
Good
up and you
SpongeBob meme.
Yeah, you look up and you see Yvain has at this point curled up into a little ball, and her entire head is now using Belbin's entire body as a pillow, and Bell has just wrapped himself around Yvain's skull in a way, just kind of like just sleeping like that. Bell, you are the next to wake. Just kind of like, as
I will
Scylla
say
kind
when
of
he
suddenly sits
when he
up.
wakes up, they he catches her just this tiny mending Yvain's clothes. They're like broken. Got guilt. She's just like slightly running her fingertip across shit and fixing it, even though it's covered in blood and there's nothing she can do. She's just fixing the little holes.
So yeah, um,
Good
wake.
morning.
Yeah, you guys awake, rested.
Fuck this fucking boat. God's damn.
So
Ready to be on dry land.
Why the fuck? Why the fuck aren't we on dry land yet? What the fuck is going on?
So you
The
do look
boat.
around, and you do seem to be anchored. You are not moving.
Oh, thank fucking gods.
You do seem to be anchored. However, you are still in the ocean. Uh, the island refugees throughout the morning have created makeshift shelters from the sun all across the deck of the Wave Chaser. Those you saved are during the raid are here, as well as a handful of others you don't recognize who managed to reach the ship before it left the dock. You see the burly human who gave you the blankets last night. He's a hairy individual. He's playing what looks to be like a dice game with a couple of the refugees. There's a half orc who gazes out at the waves, and she smiles as a dolphin begins to leap in the distance. A young male half elf with pale green skin and watery eyes is speaking to a female dwarf with a thick knotted beard at the ship's helm, and a handsome muscle bound man is flirting with one of the refugees. Um,
Not the place, dude.
this is the crew of the ship that has saved you. Um, they seem to be just kind of milling about at this point. What they're waiting for, you don't know. It's about like, if you had to put a time to it, it may be about like 9:30 in the morning at this point.
Like, do I know where we're docked? Like, do I recognize where we are?
You are in the middle of the ocean still. You can see, like, if you look, go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
Okay. If you take a look around, you can see there are some land masses in the distance in a couple of different directions. But they're pretty far out of sight at this point. Well, not out of sight, but they're pretty far in the distance at this point. As you're kind of looking around, you see sorry. Sorry. Okay. You see a different half orc, a large kind of bulbous. The only word I can think of for him is bulbous. He's a bulbous half orc. He's got a big round pot belly. His arms are like Popeye's arms, and complete with the tattoos and everything. And he's just got these big old cheeks and these very thick round tusks that kind of just poke up above his lips. Above the tusks is a very thick handlebar mustache that droops down to his chin, clean shaven otherwise, completely, as soft as a baby's bottom. His hair is slicked back, and it is cut very short at the back. It looks like it's just like he took a handful of something and just and he walks over, and he has two kind of like, he has 3 tin plates, and he hands one to you, Scylla, and one to you, Belle, and or two to you, Belle, and says, "Here you are. This is just a little something that we've been cooking up downstairs. Hopefully it's enough for you. We're trying to ration what we got until we can make port, but hope this is a suitable breakfast." Yeah. He kind of waddles back off, doesn't even wait for a response, just hands you the plates. You look down, it's a murky, stewy something. There's a meat in it, just like a giant, kind of a big hunk, as well as some vegetables chopped and floating, and a small hunk of bread as well, sitting on the side. Yvain, at this point, the smell of food does wake you.
No, Belle, don't eat that. My fuck.
I feel like Scylla jumps like 2 feet backwards.
Oh.
I wasn't
Yvain.
gonna eat it. This is
Oh.
yours.
Yvain, you're aching everywhere. Every old injury you've ever gotten hurts all over again. Your head is splitting open. But as someone who has been controlled before, you know what free will feels like. And you know what you were feeling yesterday was sure not that. You're back now. You have full control of all your faculties. But that was not free will yesterday.
Oh. She looks like she's gonna go to hug you, and then she remembers what the fuck she did, and she just kind of shrinks back. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Scylla. Oh, Scylla. Thank you. Oh my god.
Am I hallucinating? Belle, are we awake?
Storm
I
Lord
really feel
above.
like this is not what was supposed to happen when she woke up. Are we okay? Did we die? Did she kill us and we just don't remember?
I mean, if we're dead, then we're in hell because this breakfast is
No, there
terrible.
was something. There was something wrong with the scythe. There's something really fucked up with that scythe.
Okay, Scylla. You can be right for the next 5 minutes. Then you
Scylla
have to like rein it in a little bit,
Scylla
okay?
just her head through the deck. Just
No. It was. Oh, if I kept it, it would have been so fucking bad. No,
It
granted,
was already bad.
I think it would have fucking killed me if you two hadn't kept healing.
I mean, we're gonna let you die. I was pissed off, but I wouldn't let you die.
Well, this time.
Not yet. Maybe it's not time.
I'm really glad that you didn't let me die or kill me. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. I almost killed you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's gonna make a cool scar.
Don't do that. Don't try and make this okay.
I don't know what to do right now.
Yvain picks up her breakfast and she walks a totally different direction away from them.
Okay, bye.
Are we supposed to go after her?
I don't know. Is she going away to dump it over the side of the boat? She doesn't want to be rude? Because, like, this
Just eat the
sucks.
food, Belle. Do you have anything left in your bag of holding? This is not the conversation we should have.
I'm gonna flip the plate over because it's fucking empty. I'm way ahead of you here, okay? Just because it's gone doesn't mean it was good.
So, like, how much time do we give her to go be emo? Or I'm really not good at the emotions thing. I have like 2 of them. One of them
Okay.
is anger,
Here,
and
let's
one of
play.
them is sadness.
Let's play
And I'm not
a
good at
game. Let's do
Okay.
let's do an exercise here, right? How much
Mhm.
time would you want to have to be emo if it were you, because I know that this is more your wheelhouse.
I mean, I have very self-destructive tendencies and would go live in the woods by myself
Yeah, yeah. If you were
forever.
stuck on a boat, how long would you want to go sit by yourself before somebody
Maybe
comes
like
up
an
and pokes
hour.
you and says, "Get your shit together"?
Like an hour.
Okay. If she stands up and like makes a move to jump off the side of the boat, then we gotta go
Yeah,
fucking get her. But
I still have that spell I used yesterday.
that's probably good. Um,
She's
what do you
really
mean you
not
still
good
have
at
it? Did
saving from those things.
do you only get to use your spells one time?
Not one time, but I have to like choose which spells I get to use today.
You don't just use all of them?
That'd be nice. Again, are we learning that there's a difference between your and my magic? Are we internalizing any of this?
What?
We should get you another book, maybe with pictures.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, so just kind of keep an eye on her. If she stands up to leap over the side, then we'll do something about it. But then I think we should give her a little bit of room to go. Feel bad
Yeah,
about herself.
you need emo time really quick, but I will stay within 60 feet of her just in case I need to cast it in person.
This is her bag. She's fallen back on bad habits.
Mhm. The most fun thing to do.
um, I
You're muted.
will. Yeah, Mac, you're muted. If you're trying to say something, no, I'm just gonna throw the bag of holding
Max
over
saying
my
nothing.
shoulder because it's sitting next to me still. Um,
What was that thing you did
what thing I did?
last night? It was giving very like me vibes because it looked like it hurt you and then it helped
Oh,
you, Vane.
I don't know. It didn't
Did you
feel
just
good.
guess? Did you just guess, Belle?
So look, this is weird. I've never been on this side of this before. So you apparently get to like choose stuff to do and stuff like that, right? I just kind of go, fucking maybe. And then stuff happens to me.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted something that would help Yvain a lot. And apparently that meant that it didn't feel great for me, but it helped. I don't fucking know. Like, you
I
remember with the
want to
Hydra when I
say
like tried to throw the piece of paper and then I threw a fireball across the room?
I do remember that. You almost hit me.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shit just like happens.
I want to say that you shouldn't make a habit of hurting yourself to save others, but that would be entirely hypocritical of me. So I will leave it alone for now.
That's probably uh fair and good, and we can unpack that at a later date probably. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't
Maybe.
really know.
We'll think about it.
Because like it didn't this is I like 2 months ago, this is not a sentence I would have really been able to use out loud because I made a point of trying not to get stabbed a lot, but it was like I got stabbed but on the inside. Like it hurt like
Mm-hmm.
inside, not like
Internally.
outside like a regular stab. It was like all the bits without the bleeding part. So I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'd get that feeling very much. So
Is that how it feels when you do your like thing? I don't
yeah.
really. What the fuck do I call this? Like,
Which this are we talking about? The
uh,
touching thing?
yeah, that one.
I mean it only really hurts if I like keep it in, or now it feels like I don't need to do that and I can amplify it and then it hurts me.
Hmm. That also feels bad.
I feel like we're just on like a long road of bad, personally. I feel like nothing really great has happened in a while. Two
Yeah.
weeks.
I agree with that sentiment. I respect it. And if you say that in front of Yvain for the next 24 hours, I'm going to punch you directly in the asshole.
Okay, interesting choice of place to punch.
I can't reach that much, okay? And the crotch feels rude, to be honest. So
Yes, okay. Can we make like a list of things I shouldn't say in front of you, Vane, right now? Because you know I have very bad. I was raised in an orphanage. I don't know how to fucking talk to people.
well, sure, yeah. Mostly
Just give me like a
think about
bullet point, you
yeah,
know?
anything that she said yesterday when
Okay.
between when we got on the boat and when she started screaming and exploding blood. Maybe we just like put those type of things on the no-no list for now. Just because
Like
like
about her like self-worth and all that stuff. Like, oh,
self-worth and
that's okay.
like the fact that we keep everything is ruined everywhere we
It's bad.
go, like
Yeah.
everything is terrible, all that shit. We're just gonna like, you're good at this, I'm good at this, we both know this. We haven't talked about it because I feel like you and I haven't gotten a chance to connect except over breakfast for a while.
We
We're
should go
just gonna
back to doing that.
bottle it up for
Uh-huh.
now.
We're
And
so
we're
good at
gonna
that. We're
ignore
like the
that.
best. We're the dream team at this.
Yeah, yeah. It's scary that Yvain is the one that like deals with her emotions the most. Um,
It's not good and it says a lot about us, but we're gonna bottle it up and
very
not think
much.
about it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And for a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I really mean until we get back on dry land and we get far enough away from the water where we're no longer really worried about her turning tail and running into the bottom of the ocean. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna kind of redirect. We'll like acknowledge and then we'll like left turn, right turn, just kind of away from the bad feelings for now.
Speaking
Also,
of middle of ocean and bad things, how are you?
oh, truly terrible. Truly awful.
Do you want me to
I
like cast water walk on you so you cannot drown? This would make you feel better.
I mean, broadly speaking, yeah, it would make me feel better, but like I also am not planning on going in the water right now. And
Well, I mean, to just do it if it would make you feel better, I can do it. I'm gonna cast water walk on Belle,
okay. Um
just in case.
yeah. Um
Now you cannot drown. Now the water cannot get you. You will walk on it like Jesus, whoever that is.
I mean, I know that's better, but like it feels bad still. Right. So the other thing is just for now, and I want you to understand that you're totally right. You are 100% right. The things you did were the correct things. Maybe, just maybe, we downplay that a little bit
Like I just don't like
until we
rub it
get
in your
onto
face
land.
that
Yes,
I'm correct. Yeah,
yes.
okay.
You guys can have
That seems
you can
fair.
have that conversation whenever we are in a building and I am asleep and you guys have your secret nighttime conversations again.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe
Okay.
you'll be awake for one next time.
That is a stretch I
You go
cannot
to
even
bed too
imagine.
early.
I don't go to bed too early. You stay up too late.
Yvain,
I think it's because you don't stare at the ceiling in depression like the two of us. So
Yvain, where did you go with your breakfast, and what are you doing?
Hmm. I think she would head fully like if we're at the stern, she'll be at the bow. She just wants to get as far away from them as possible and find somewhere to sit. She's probably not even eating the food. She's just kind of poking at it. And then just sort of like, why was it so easy? Why was it so easy to take over her? Why couldn't she resist? Why couldn't she be stronger? Why couldn't she get over it? Just she's sort of just stuck on this idea of there's something weak about her. There's something that's so easy to control. And yeah, she's just spiraling.
Hmm.
And I think she's really stuck on the last conversation that she had with Ulfric before he decided to do what he did. When He said, "This kid, I want you to break his legs." That conversation.
Mhm.
And she said, "No, I can't do that." And he's like, "Why? You've killed people. Like, what is your issue with breaking this kid's legs?" And she's like, "It's different. You know, when you're in battle in the heat of the moment, you're defending yourself. It's different when you take a life like that." And he said, "No, it isn't. You and I both know it isn't. At the end of the day, somebody's dead." And then he said, "You're Yvain the Pain. That's who you are, and that's who you'll always be. Now do your fucking job." And she's thinking about that. She's spiraling. She's stuck in that conversation, and she's just like, "Yeah."
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Uh, you are kind of staring into your stew when a shadow kind of like overtakes you a bit, and you look up and you see a human male, a human man, uh, tan skin, kind of like wavy blonde hair, bleached by the sun, got a bit of a scruff going. Um, he is got a very. It looks like he had a very nice dress shirt that he purposefully tore the arms off of and is leaving open. Um, he has rippling, like incredibly toned muscles all up and down his arms. His chest is very like chiseled. He has zero body hair. He is somehow like shining a little bit. Like his muscles are like glistening. Like you can you've been in the ring with people like this before. He's oiled himself. Like like yeah. You know physique. These muscles don't do jack shit. He's a very kind of slender guy and he's just like really cut and toned. Um and he looks down at you and he just says, "You know, if you stare into that plate any harder, you'll look right through it."
I'm gonna be so fucking honest with you right now. I can't do this. Can you fuck off, please?
Oh. Not even a hello or a what's your name?
Hello. Fuck off.
Well, I'm not one to overstay my welcome, but I do have a question. May I ask you a question?
Hold on. You get one question. Just one.
those those two over there, and he points back to Belle and Scylla. Would those two be acquaintances of your lovely countenance?
Yeah, those are my mates, yeah.
Hmm. Well, my captain has requested your presence in her quarters, if you would be so kind.
You couldn't just fucking say that? Like, when you rolled up, can just be like, "Hey, my captain wants to talk to you."
And avoid the chance to engage with a lovely creature such as yourself in a verbal joust of sorts.
Listen to me. I am the carpet munching champion of this side of Exandria. You are barking up the wrong tree, my friend. And then she just gets up and she heads towards Bella and Scylla.
You walk right past him, and he just doesn't turn around. You head back to Scylla and Bell.
Uh, Captain wants to speak with us.
Alex, are you good?
Can't just say something like that and expect me to be serious in 2 seconds.
Say something like what?
I'm sorry. I know it was out of pocket.
That was great.
It was amazing.
Perfect. Perfect. You need to like clip that. Oh god.
Just get it tattooed on your forehead.
Jeez.
God.
Deepest carpet muncher this side of exam.
I wasn't even
shit.
looking at the screen. I was looking at my spell. That's all I did.
Just hearing that. Oh my god.
Okay. Serious face. Serious face.
Okay. Let's just take 10. Take 10.
Okay.
Okay. 'Cause
Get the giggles out.
I need a minute.
Pause.
Oh god. Okay, so be back here in be back here in 10 minutes. Sound good?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
pause the recording now. So, as we're back, we pulled ourselves together somewhat.
We are
Professional.
professional individuals.
We are professional Dungeons and Dragons players. Yvain has informed you guys that the captain apparently wants to see you all. So, what would you? I'll let you guys tell me what you guys do.
I guess I'm gonna go see him.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to go now.
All right.
Well, you guys get up, collect yourselves, and head to the back of the ship. There's a door with 2 individuals standing outside of it. As they see you approach, they reach over, give a soft knock on the door, listen in, nod, and open it, and just gesture for you guys to enter. As you enter, it's a well furnished little study type of area. The captain's quarters. There's a fine bed over in the corner underneath a window. There are several chairs. There seems to be a couple of shelves and bookcases that hold all different kinds of knickknacks and books. Several piled high with what looked like rolled up maps or parchment. And in the center of the room is a desk. The center of the room is a desk. Hunched over the wide table-like desk, a tabaxi is puzzling over a map pinned to its surface by a half a dozen knives and daggers. This tabaxi is spotted in an almost snow leopardish way, but with much darker fur. You can see she has a number of necklaces adorning her neck. She's wearing a sort of like loose fitting tunic-y top with a coat as well, and a very kind of ostentatious cap, some high like knee high cuffed leather boots, and several blades tucked into a sash at her waist. You can see her ears poking through the hat, and you can see 3 large golden rings hanging from each ear, or from her right ear. You also see several golden rings glisten on her paws as she traces potential paths through the oceans. She glances up at you with emerald eyes as you come through the door, and her feline face spreads into a sharp-toothed smile that is equal parts cheerful and unsettling. Ah, welcome, she purrs. You are the heroes from the pretty island on the pretty village, yes? Well, welcome aboard, my wife Chaser. We have much to discuss about this sinking isle and some potential treasure that we could retrieve if we return. But I apologize. Allow me to introduce myself. Huh? My name is Captain Three Earrings. I am the captain of this vessel. She notices the quizzical look on Silla's face. I see you have not met many Tabaxi, or at least maybe not many who still follow by the old ways. Eh? The names of our people change with the people that change. We sometimes adopt new names that better suit ourselves. So while not the name I was born with, Three Earrings, the name I was given.
Okay.
Anyway,
Making my comments to myself.
you all are. I was told by some of the poor little villagers that you were all instrumental in helping to rescue them.
Yeah, and last I checked, we were instrumental in saving your ship, too.
For that, I am extremely grateful.
Not grateful enough, apparently, but
I beg your pardon.
wow. This may be rude, and so I'm sorry about that. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, then one of your crew members is a spineless sack of shit, I feel like would be the way I would describe him. We were having a certain issue last night when we boarded the boat, and we asked to be let downstairs so that maybe we could deal with said issue. And they said, nope, captain's orders can't go down. And I said, well, then get the fucking captain. And they turned tail and ran somewhere. I assumed to get you, but it seems that they did not inform you that we.
I was informed of many things this
Sure,
previous
sure.
night. We had a great deal of changes to our schedule and to what our original plans were for the evening. So forgive me if I let something slip through the cracks. It was nothing personal.
Okay, well, you know what? Just get to the chase. I want to go home.
I want that too.
That is, I guess, the crux of the matter. There are some among the this ship, the the refugees, if you would like to call them, who would like how to put this, would like to return to their homes to I suppose retrieve or repair what they can. This is, of course, impossible. The isle has sunk to the isle has sunk to the bottom of the shark feather abyss. There is no returning from that. However, the reason it has sunk, now that is a different matter. That is something that can be remedied if that was something that you were interested in. But perhaps you do not have the metal or the inspiration to do so.
Are you sure you want to be insulting us?
I mean no insult. I just do not mean to assume that you would be willing to take on the burden of others.
Willing is different than metal.
Oh, I apologize. Some folks are brave when danger strikes unexpectedly, but can be more considerate of their own safety in times of when given time to be considerate. I apologize if I have gotten off on the wrong foot. You all seem very tense.
Please clarify something for me.
Of course.
Are you meaning to capitalize on the tragic loss of displaced people? Or was
Hardly. I
finding the
mean,
treasure part of your original evening plans?
oh, I know. I mean to help them. You see, this was not some freak accident. Anyone with half a brain could see that. The island begins to sink, and suddenly Saugen are crawling all over it.
It was a coordinated attack, yes.
Have you ever dealt with Saugen before?
I haven't.
Any of you?
No.
Well, it has.
Sinking an island and having sharks and giant crabs attack, and all with such coordination. It's not quite normal. And as as someone who lives on the waters, you hear things if you listen. And there is something going on with the Saugen that live within the Shark Feather Abyss that has unfortunately cost these poor people their homes. Now, does fixing this problem also happen to provide me with a opportunity to make a bit of coin? I will not deny it. However, I think it is a petty price to pay when you consider the greater good it could do.
So you're just asking us if we want to get revenge on these fish people so that you can make a coin.
Well, I would split the coin with you, of course.
It
If
really
you
sounds like we're gonna have to be underwater for this bill.
Oh,
I don't really
I'm
feel like putting him
well
through
aware.
that.
Do you want to just lay it out there so that we're not just guessing at everything you're going to try and say?
all right. I'll lay it out this way. The Saugen, they are a people that have been at war with the people of the Palma Flora Isle for generations at this point. The shark hunters hunt the sharks. The Saugen breed the sharks and farm them as well. I believe the Saugen worship the sharks as some sort of deity, but the Palma Flora people, well, they see them as danger, and if they overpopulate the reefs, then other wildlife tend to die, as well as fishermen tend to not come home. So, of course, they have a culling with the shark hunting competition. That was yesterday.
I don't want to sound insensitive, but it sounds like the Saugen won, and there's no real way to undo that.
Mm.
Yes?
Well, they got the isle down. There is still the mainland. But here is the crux of the matter. The Shark Feather clan have a new leader. They have come across this leader, a young woman, has come across a an object that wields unusual power. From what I hear, it is something recognized as a rod of retribution. This is a very powerful item, and it has become a conduit for her and some unearthly power. Now, no one knows exactly how she got this, or how she managed to cause an earthquake powerful enough to drag the Flora Isle beneath the waves, but that is not important. What is important is finding a way to delve down beneath the waves to take that scepter from her. Doing so would stop her from causing more chaos, and the relic would fetch a pretty penny on the black market. I could give you all perhaps 500 gold pieces each for your troubles, and as an even split for the item, it would be a three-way, going between myself, my crew, and you all, if you chose to help us at this point. There are a number of places where we could choose to dock if you chose to help and needed some sort of supplies that could help you perhaps gain access below the waves. Or, if this does not seem to pique your interest, or if the plight of these poor people does not, tug at your heartstrings, or the thought of coin filling your purse, we can take you where you need to go for a price.
Is Rod of Retribution ringing any bells? Books she read and anything?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Da-da-da. 16.
16. So you have heard of your grandma used to tell you a lot of stories about, and like one of her favorite things was anything to do with magic, or kind of like demonic or crazy monster creatures. She would mention that she did tell you one story of a warrior that found a scepter with a large eye on the top that was able to command the might of a sea monster god. Sounds something like, a scepter, a rod of retribution, sea monsters. Closest you got.
Do you have any reliable intelligence that this new leader, that she intends to attack the mainland?
I do. I have reliable intelligence, as you so aptly put it, by the way. I have reliable intelligence that she does not mean to stop at the Isle, especially seeing how well it went, because as your friend, again, so aptly put it, they won. The Isle is at the bottom. The Isle is sunk at this point. Is at the bottom. With that success, she will be encouraged. And from what my intelligence tells me, she is not herself. She is being influenced by something or someone.
Oh, sorry.
I was thinking So,
oh no, you did just throw it in the fucking water.
Yeah, whatever. So you have reliable intelligence inside of a closed society that has been at war with the people on the surface for generations at this point.
I do. You hear things when you are on the seas as much as I am.
Is there a reason you
From
can't do it?
where?
My crew and I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there. I know what my crew's capabilities are. None of them could accomplish this. I
Right.
might.
That's right.
I
They
could.
couldn't even.
I could possibly with a little bit of help, and that is why I am asking all of you, because perhaps I could just pay someone else to do it for me.
Sure. And your crew, the ones that aren't capable of this, the ones that couldn't save your ship, you would, if we said no, opt to charge us to take us somewhere on land.
Well, we could just drop you off wherever we decide to dock, or we could let you choose your destination for a price.
For a price.
Indeed, because
For a price.
I understand you feel insulted.
I understand you're a fucking idiot.
Well,
Can I help
No,
you?
I'm with him. I'm with him on this one. I'm backing you
I
up
need
on
you
this
to
one.
understand that your ship would be at the bottom of the ocean right now. You would be food for giant crabs. You would have been sucked down with the island.
You seemingly have a very strong grasp of my crew's strength.
Well, you said they couldn't fight off these people. Right,
That is
just
not
a
what
moment ago. Just a moment ago.
I said. They could not dive to the bottom of the ocean and retrieve this magical item.
Oh, so they
They
wouldn't
are
survive
not.
down there?
They are not magic users. None of us are.
Ooh, that's unfortunate against a army of magic users that just sunk an island.
That is why I am seeing if you mighty adventurers might be able to assist. If that is not what you want to do, you may leave. And if you do not like the way I captain my ship, perhaps that is what you should do.
Maybe it is. Maybe. Maybe.
She clicks her fingers. The doors behind you open. I think our passengers have outstayed their welcome. Set them in a rowboat. Prepare with some food and rations for a few days. And let them go where they wish.
Thank you, Captain.
Mr. Elderberry.
I never introduced myself. Fuck
No,
off.
you didn't. You are all led out of the captain's quarters and set in a rowboat with 2 days of rations for one person.
Sure.
That's okay.
And the ship
Do we even need rope?
sails off.
Bye. I didn't want to do that anyway. And it was, I know, bad of me, but also, remember the last time we had Belden getting some fucking water? He almost, I don't want, asphyxiated is not the right word. That's a bad word. He almost fucking had a panic attack to death.
it doesn't concern you that there is an army of people being led by someone who is not in control of her own faculties, which I am very fucking intimately familiar with.
Sure. Just big picture here. We don't need them to go down there if we decide to go down there.
No, they probably wouldn't have been much help anyway.
They weren't going to come
And
with us.
And they wanted
They
to
were going to
take
send us
a
down.
cut of the money. I was more thinking about Belden than the fact of.
No, I appreciate that. I would like to go on record and say I really don't want to do it at all. I think we could probably talk to, I don't know, somebody who could get in contact with the man on the flying horse thing, the energy horse that came and talked to us when we flew in on the sky ship, who
Yeah, we
seemed to
need
be
to
kind of
alert the
policing the area.
authorities. I'm sure people know by now, but still, that's intelligence.
I understand it's kind of hitting a sore spot right now, but I think we also need to understand that we don't have to fix everything. It's not always on us.
That is true.
We did our part. We saved those people. We left them with that stupid pirate. But
If not people like us, then who?
there are
No,
more
no.
people like us.
No, no, no. People like us. There's an important word in that sentence. There are more of them.
I feel like we've been through a lot in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, we have. This rod thing that she mentioned, I've heard stories of stuff like that. Things that can control entire sea monsters, level islands like we saw. Do we really want... What if something happens and we didn't do anything about it?
And what if something's happening across the globe and we didn't do anything about it?
What
Yeah,
if
we were here?
Yeah, what if we
Yeah.
die at the bottom of the ocean and then it happens anyway? If we don't get a chance to try and rally people, we would be going into a death trap anyway.
That's true.
There's a whole army down there.
And there's a
And
whole
she has
army
some crazy
over
thing that can
there.
control sea monsters. And
Yeah.
personally, I was named after a sea monster. I don't want to fight myself.
You're named after a sea monster?
Yeah. So was this scary sea monster.
And Charybdis.
Greek mythology. I just feel like we,
Of course,
as a
it
group,
can't be just
usually
us going down there. You know.
we as a group like to run into situations because we feel like we need to take the weight of the world on our shoulders. Always. And I'm gonna say something maybe a little mean. We don't need to run into another dangerous situation because you feel guilty right now.
No, that's fair.
At least not by ourselves.
That's
Bell unclenches his fist that was poised to punch Scylla in the asshole.
I reined it in. At least it's a little mean.
Okay.
First order of business is to get back to land.
Well, if you like tie a piece of rope around me and then we tie it on the boat, I can just drag us back. I can change it into a shark or something.
Oh yeah, Yvain, this is for you. It's a little big for me.
What is it?
It's the bag of holding.
Okay.
Okay. So, which way do you go?
I saw land
You saw
before, right?
several different land masses in a few different directions.
I go. Which direction do we need to go? Is it north, south, west, whatever?
Well, don't you have a compass? Yeah.
Yeah. Which way do we need to go? Silly, you're from here. I'm asking you.
We're in the middle of the ocean.
Can I make a survival check?
Sure.
Scylla, geographically, which direction is the island from where we came from?
Oh, do I know that?
You
13.
have you have no idea which direction they sailed away from Palma Flora.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Survival 13. You are not from this area. You grew up landlocked. Like, man,
Figure out what.
you're on a boat.
What a boat, man.
All right. You see that land? Let's go
Just
towards
head to
that
land and then figure out it from there. Maybe we'll get close to something.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay, I turn into a shark. And I drag the boat.
Okay. So you guys oh, maybe I do still need the book. Hold on.
I really wanted to go, siege a castle underwater in a rowboat. That was the best plan.
Go deep sea diving right now.
Right now.
Swoosh.
No, not right now.
Oh, hey, look. Guys, look. It's Belbin.
It's me.
Hey.
He's just a little guy.
Just a guy.
Just a guy. Wow.
Sorry, gang. One moment. All right.
I will say, as a character choice, Alex willingly convincing y'all to walk away from a quest is like killing me in my soul. It's
Hey,
truly
I
hurting
have
me.
to figure out what to do for the next few sessions now.
I was
Don't
not
worry, I
dragging
was prepared for
Belvin
this.
back under the water.
Yeah, I was totally prepared for this. You're fine. So
I'll take a whole session of just Scylla going and crying in the bed with her mom.
okay,
Oh, I thought you were
go
going to say in one
ahead.
corner of the rowboat.
Okay, whoever's
She probably did
choosing
that too.
whoever's choosing the direction, pick roll a d4.
Who's choosing the direction? Is it me?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. D4.
Okay. Okay. Let me get it out. Nope, it's not gonna
We can see
Oh, yeah.
land, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
come.
Before
Read.
In the
we
distance.
randomly choose a direction, is there like is it like it's all over here or it's all over here or
No,
there's one on each side?
they are in several different directions.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you said you rolled the 3?
3.
Okay.
Where's as a great pet owner? Where's Ellie?
Uh
Oh no.
what was Ellie again?
Bird
I
cat.
think she was was she a bird cat or was
Bird
she a
cat.
raven?
I'm pretty
something?
yes, she was a bird cat at this point. Yes. I know who she is. What was she? She's a changeling, god damn it.
The Tamagotchi.
She's a Tama fucking Gachi. Mixed with some goddamn Neopets.
Mm-hmm. Scientology.
She was, I mean, like with you, like on your
I just
shoulder.
wanted her to go curl up with Yvain while Scylla's a shark.
Yeah, you can
Go
summon
put
and
some
like
biscuits into her shoulders.
you can summon and dismiss her as you wish without like having to reset her.
Okay, she goes and sits on Yvain's shoulder. And biscuits.
Yeah, you have you can feel like feathers and a beak, but then also kitty paws.
She's occasionally just pecking her in the head.
Yeah, you get
If there's any
you
like
get the
beads in her hair, she's like trying to
Oh
crunch
yeah.
you get the affectionate pecks, 100%. Okay, so you end up in a small village. You come up to what looks like an island. It's unfamiliar to you, Scylla. It is completely unfamiliar, but you do notice a a settlement on the island with several boats docked there, and you bring the boat in there. You're able to like do you want to just like come into dock as a shark and come
Just
up?
like no, I think I'll do like a cool I'll like let the boat go really fast and then I'll like bite the rope and then shoot out of the thing and then land. Really cool because I'm feeling
Okay, so
spicy.
they've seen you approaching, and there are shark hunters on the docks.
Fucking
Okay. It's okay.
Hello.
Go ahead and make charisma checks at disadvantage because of
We're
how
just-
far you are. Just
That's
straight
fair.
persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. Shit, that's the wrong thing.
blurry in the distance.
Each of us or just one of us?
Just whoever's waving.
Okay.
13 with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, 16.
Okay. They see you and are confused by the shark, but they stay their spears. So what do you do, Scylla?
what's that movie with the
Parkour,
dolphin
parkour.
and the boy's like
Shamu? Free Willy?
Free will?
Free Willy.
God.
Okay, so yeah, Scylla going is about as fast as a slow motorboat. Um, kind of goes and then dips down and then shoots up into the air, pulling you both along with them in the air with the boat.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
No, I bit the rope before I jumped. I bit the rope.
So you bit through the rope?
Yeah.
Okay, so that rope's kaput.
We have a lot of rope.
You've now lost 50 feet of rope.
No,
Okay,
not the
so
rope.
as she jumps so yeah, Scylla, you get some air head and are now careening towards the beach. Yvain and Belle, the boat kind of like ding, 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 and like skips and like skids and stops on the beach, kind of throwing you both forward a little violently. Scylla, you're about to hit the sand pretty hard.
3-point landing. That's all I got.
What?
3-point landing. That's all I got.
Are you
But eat shit.
untransforming? Or are you hitting as a shark?
Oh yeah, I'm on transfer. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dex save for me.
I gotta do this so good, guys.
If you eat shit right
now. 12.
Okay, you take 10 points of damage.
Jesus Christ, Scylla.
Could have taken it as the shark, but nope.
Oh, the shark can't make a cool landing.
Yeah, and the shark can't also can't break her ankles.
Every character I end up playing at D&D always ends up having glass ankles. This was just the beginning. It's a long-running curse of mine.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay,
well,
Achilles.
you guys are on the beach of this strange, unfamiliar small settlement. It does seem pretty small. But there are still numerous boats docked at the docks. What would you guys like to do?
That's hard.
Yeah, are you okay?
Fuck's sake, what did you do that for? She gets out a potion, hands it to you.
My wild shape was running out. I just wanted to get us to, and I definitely didn't want to just do a cool jump. That's not what happened at all.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know where we are?
No idea.
Oh.
You know, when
That's
you go
fine.
adventuring as a child, you don't really go like into the middle of the ocean onto an island usually, unless there's a ferry.
Excuse
ferry
me to one of the people, the shark hunters.
Hello.
You see the eldest one turn around. This kind of like hunched over old man, balding on top, white around the sides, like kind of like looks only wearing like some kind of tattered brown shorts of some kind, turns around, looks at you, only has like maybe 2 teeth.
Where are we in relation to Port Damali?
Broken back.
Right.
Okay.
Is that nearby?
And he points out like back the way you came.
Right, yeah. So if it's not here, it's somewhere across the ocean. Yeah, that makes sense. Have you all heard what happened?
By the way, you traveled for a good. Sorry, I never mentioned how long it took you. It took you about 4 hours, maybe like 4.5 hours to make it to shore. So, Scylla, how long could you be in wild shape for?
Not that long, baby.
I think it's 3 hours.
So did
yeah,
you just
3 hours.
wild shape when we got close?
3 hours. Oh yeah. So the last half hour y'all had to row it. So that didn't happen. So like.
So I didn't biff it. It's fine.
Okay. okay. You can have those 10 points back. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
But yeah, you guys are tired. So yeah, he the fisherman says broken bank and points, and when you say Port Damali, he points out across the ocean.
Right.
Can we pay someone to bring us back to Port Damali?
Gavush?
Oh boy. Okay. Do I recognize the language they're speaking?
Yes, you would. This is Naush.
I never learned how to speak this, guys.
That's okay.
Do we have a map? Do we have a map of the area that we're in?
You would have
Ooh.
a general map of your like the area around your hometown. So yes, you would have a map of the Menagerie Coast as someone who grew up here.
Can I bring out the map and point to Port Damali? And then point to a boat.
Oh yeah, Alex, you're the only one not on
Roll 20.
roll 20 shit.
Oh,
Well, this is like the
we
last
still
10
do
minutes.
that. Yeah.
I was like, 'cause, like we're on the Menagerie Coast map, but like, oh yeah, yes, you can point to Port Damali, and they say, and the another fisherman responds like still in Naush, just you can't. But he kind of looks at where you're pointing, and he pulls out some silver and like clinks it together.
So,
Doesn't really he's saying something to you like kalakavush and clink clink clink.
what do
I don't have any
have?
money, so I can't be like,
I-
yeah,
I-
here you go.
I'll pull out 2 gold and click them together.
He nods and grabs your wrist and just starts dragging you over.
Oh, we're going.
Oh, okay.
You are taken to this small booth on the side of the docks. It is literally like maybe 10 planks of wood that have just been like barely hammered together in some places, but it's a booth
So,
that maybe has an entrance, or maybe they just hop through the window. But next to it is just the most rickety, torn down, shittiest fucking tugboat you have ever seen in your life. This is like this thing. If it can hold water, it's a miracle. That and the fact that it's still floating right now, you're not sure if it's just the ropes that are holding it up. And there is a grizzled old fisherman sitting in the booth, just chewing on something. And you see you see the fisherman walk up to the older fisherman, because this is a younger guy who's been leading you around. He walks up to the older fisherman, kind of leans in, whispers something in his ear that you guys can't quite understand, and the fisherman nods, hands him a silver piece, and he like kind of gives him a little bow, walks back to you, takes the gold from you, walks off. And the fisherman says, kind of looks up at you. So you're trying to get to Port Damali, huh?
yeah,
Love that.
Yep.
that would be the goal.
And I can get you there. It'll cost you some coin, but it'll take a day or two. I
Okay.
can get you there.
Sounds good. Have you gotten any word about what happened on Palm Floor or no?
Can't say that I have.
Okay. I would we would very much appreciate being taken to Port Damali. Palm Flora has sunk, and we are looking to get back to the mainland.
You trying to get to Port Damali or the mainland of Palma Flora?
Port Damali.
Port
Port
Damali.
Damali.
All right.
Just wanted to, inform you of the current state of things.
Don't rightly care.
Fair enough. How much is it going to cost?
Let me see.
Just the three of you?
Just the three of us.
All right. Port to Molly. Let me see.
Kind of like just leans out of the booth, kind of looks around at the kind of like looks up at the sky, looks out at the water, kind of does one of these. Has to do it a couple times because his mouth's so goddamn dry. Yep.
Three you all to Port to Molly. That'll be call it 50 gold apiece. What you say?
I would ask if there would be any interest on your part if we were to be able to trade you a rowboat that we arrived here in as part of compensation for the trip.
Ain't got no use for a rowboat. Got
Okay.
my old Bessie here.
Just wanted to toss that as an option.
I take cash, kiddo.
Right. I wasn't trying to short you on cash. I want that to be very clear.
Don't do business on credit. Only cash.
I think we have different understandings of credit, but okay. Scylla, like, kind of pull away with Scylla. Is that a good price? I don't fucking know.
No, absolutely not.
No, it's fucked.
Okay, somebody else talk to him then, because I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to get to.
Looking around generally, are there other fishermen out here?
Other fishermen? Absolutely.
Do you want to try a hand at someone else or take a risk on this? Because I'm
20 gold a person, and I help mend your boat while we go.
Bessie don't need no mending. Works just fine. 50 gold apiece. Won't find no better deal than that around here.
I could just like push this guy over.
You just push him?
No, I said I
No.
could.
Okay, I was like, Jesus, you guys.
Old timer. You drink.
Occasionally.
You ever had of a tankard of sobriety?
Sorry.
She pulls the tankard of sobriety out of the bag of holding. So this little thing is pretty sick. So what happens is that after a night of debauchery and, you know, some drunken fun, you wake up with good old hangover. Take a sip of this. It's gone.
Yeah, I got my own
Little fix for that. And he takes out a flask and just
little hair of the dog, and that'll just do you right.
You're
50
curing
gold.
your hangover with more alcohol.
I totally understand that. How much would it be to get us to mainland Palmaflora?
Mainland Palmaflora. Call that 40 gold apiece.
And how many days?
Maybe two. 1.5 to get to Palmaflora.
I can pay it. The old man's just pissing me off.
Let's just fucking go.
Let's go back to Port Damali. Here's your fucking money.
Thank you kindly, young lady.
and he takes the gold,
Don't owe
ushers
me.
you all onto his ship, doesn't say a fucking word for the next 2 days.
Great.
That's great. That's
Doesn't
awesome.
say a word for 2 days.
I got uncles like this. Shit.
2 days later, he shows up. He pulls up, and he only took half on
Departure.
departure. Thank you. He took he only took half on departure and said, "Well, I'll take the rest when we arrive." So he gets you there, takes the rest immediately. Just second you're off the boat, turns right back around, just tugs right off.
You know, that was the biggest ripoff to ever exist. But he was very silent and he had a very annoying voice. So the extra like 100 gold we just spent, I think, was worth it to not hear him speak.
Sure.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I still don't understand how I am the most reasonable one out of all of us. I must be just
That's a
mellowing
big
out in my
sentence.
old age.
That's a big sentence.
Question for the group: which part of it were we unreasonable during? I'd like to take
Oh,
notes so I can do better in the future.
No, Belvin, I'm actually real proud of you standing up for yourself and us and all that, but like, you got to know when to pick your battles.
Right.
Are we
I
saying we should
opted
have fought the old
for.
man? I thought about pushing him. I did. And just taking the boat. I did think about it.
I mean, that could have been fun too, but
I don't know how to use a tugboat though, so the plan would have like immediately failed.
yeah, probably
It's
figure
like
it
trying to
out.
steal it's like trying to like steal one of those Barbie carts. Just like you'll never take me alive.
Mm,
I don't know if you all remember or not, but I am a master engineer, so
yes.
we would have been fine.
So, are we
I
going
built a
to
bomb,
talk to the
remember?
authorities?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go talk to authorities and mention the fact that there is somebody underwater who's trying to kill everyone, and then also mention the fact that there is a pirate group above the water that probably has hostages still and is likely committing some other sort of crime, but is currently aiming to go down and eliminate a race of people from a certain area of the world, which really was my sticking point when we were talking to the captain.
The genocide?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the like
Yeah.
localized genocide. Yeah, that part was really sort of what I got hung up on.
Very casually mentioned genocide too.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I'm sorry. When did they mention genocide?
when
Going
they
and
wanted
killing
us
all
to
the
go down
salmon.
and kill all the people under the water.
Was that the impression I? Oh fuck.
Very much so.
Fuck. She just wanted the scepter.
That's actually the part that I got at the end there, is that she wanted the scepter.
Fuck.
But
Yes, well, I'm
I mean,
more
it was
thinking
probably
about
at
the
least
mental health
80%.
of the group than the health of currently the rest of everyone else.
because she specifically said, I need a group of adventurers who can go down there and retrieve the scepter. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
It was
any
the
group.
sketchy part leading way up to it that I was like, man, they want us to just go like fucking murder a bunch of
Yeah,
people.
I was with Belle on
It
this
was the
one.
lead in where like it was like, oh yeah, the sharks are sacred to these people, and they're upset because these mainlanders are hunting them for
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
and having a good time with it. And we operate on the side of the mainlanders. So it's not a shortcoming anywhere in the overall of it, to be clear. It's just I was sketched from the beginning. So anyway,
Well
yeah,
then Yvain is like, the leader is being mind controlled by someone, and she maybe might be a reasonable human, well, not human being, Saugan person. We may or may not be able to stop a fucking war from happening. That's crazy.
The war already started, and we did not stop them. So
De-escalate. Yeah.
there's going to be retribution one way or another because there is now an island at the bottom of the ocean. Regardless of who is in the right or wrong of a situation, it's going
isn't
to end poorly. So
Let's
Which
go
one
talk
was
to the
that?
police. Let's go talk to the pony police, please.
As you
Yeah.
guys head back into the city of Port Tamale, just so fucking done with everything, just needing a break. We're gonna go ahead and call the session there. Oh,
Nick
This
God.
one
defended
had
so badly.
Oh God. Just
Mhm.
I don't know if I want to blame Matt for that, but the way he
I feel like part of it is like the current world affairs are like
Yeah.
coloring the perception of things too. So like,
see
But also, like, the second the second she started speaking, and it felt like she was gonna be like, "Oh, and if you don't do this, I'm gonna hold all these people in this boat hostage." I just went, "I don't like this bitch, and I'm not gonna do anything she tells
yeah,
me
that
to."
was never in the plans. never in
Well,
the
then she
plans.
was like, "We'll take you wherever you want to go for a price," and I was like, "Oh."
She
yeah, these
said
people that
you can either ride with us to where we're going, or if you pay us, we'll take you somewhere specific.
We are so ignoring the fact that one of our party members is so deathly afraid of water,
I know.
and you have to go under the water for a
Let me
long
see.
point of time.
Here's what like okay. Bip, 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 bip. Ultimately, she intends to hunt for Saugan treasure and invites them to join.
It was one sentence, and we took a lot.
So,
listen, man, the British Empire intended to hunt for local treasure too, and look where that got them.
listen.
Scylla was
listen,
also going to say no either way. So
Listen. Three Earrings has a knack for knowing exactly what a person wants and how to offer it to them.
also terrible name.
And
Just
I'm
wanna
just okay.
If there weren't
say bye
civilians on
here.
that
Everyone
boat,
say
I was going
bye,
to be just
YouTube.
dropping fireballs at it as we floated away.
Oh
Like,
my God.
Everyone say bye, YouTube. I'm shutting
Bye,
that.
Bye,
YouTube.
you two.
Bye, YouTube.